Dead SR576 HDMI board. I already did a quick visual inspection of the board, and there's no visible damaged part. And I did a quick test on the power rail. There is a short on the on the 3.3 volt power rail. This regulator here is the 3.3 volt regulator, and there's a short on the output. This side of the pin here is the ground, and this pin on the left side is the input. There's no short here, but on this side, on the output, there's short. So we're going to look for shorted parts. The most common fault of this short is this capacitors. This 100 UF caps and this 220 UF cap. The output of this 3.3 volt regulator goes to this DSP here, and also it powers this SRAM here, this memory, and this capacitor here is also connected to this and the DSP. If we check here, there's also some short here. That one. See, there's also some short here and on some of these cups here. Most of these culprits here are these capacitors. Going to use ohms mode to look for the lowest resistance. The output here, so we have about 3.5, 3.4 something, 3.4 ohms. And we just take that. It's 3 point, and then I'm going to try to use this milliohm to look for the lowest resistance in the board, in the parts. The reading is about 3 ohms, so we're going to set the meter to 20 ohms. We have about 3.3 ohms here. Three point three. Point four. Three point three. This one is a little bit low, 2.6. It's possible that this is our culprit here. See, this is 3.3. There is it's about 2.5. It's about 0.8 ohms difference. It's possible that this is our faulty caps here. Now I'm going to try to remove it. I thought this was an easy fix and it was just electrolytic capacitors, but I was wrong. I already removed a lot of the electrolytic capacitors here. The caps, I removed caps here, and there's also one here, and I also remove a lot of inductors here. I think it's this one, and there's one over there to isolate the load from the power supply. This board uses 1.2 volt and 3.3 volt power supply. The 3.3 volt power supply supplied by this guy here. I already removed the capacitor here. It's not the capacitor that's causing the short. I also lifted the this leg here to isolate the load, and this IC is fine. It's not shorted, so something else is shorting here. This is the schematic of the HDMI board, and this IC here is supplying the 3.3 volt, and this one here is supplying the 1.2 volt. I already removed the output pins of this. So to check if the IC is shorted, but it's not. Something else is shorted here. I also remove a lot of inductor here to isolate the load. I already removed this two inductor here, this one and this one. This two is this one is connected, this inductor L2 is the L21, it's connected to 1.2 volt supply, and the other one is connected to the 3.3, and this goes to the DSP, and this goes to the DSP. I also, the 1.2 volt and 3.3 also supplies power to the memory here and the EEPROM here. I also remove the inductor for that one to isolate the two IC. This one here, I remove that one, and so the other one is here somewhere. I already removed it. And it looks like the short is either the DSP is shorted, or one of these many 100 NF capacitor that is bypassing the DSP on the 1.2 and 3.3 volt power supply. We're gonna check here this one, C221 and C201. It's connected to the 1.2 and 3.3. We're gonna check that one. Since we already removed the inductor here, this two inductor, the other parts of the circuit and the power supply is already isolated, and the short is only confined on this circuit on the DSP side. So this is the C201 here and C221, these two capacitor here. Gonna check that for short. See, as you can hear it, it's beeping. It means there is a short there. And this other one, there's also a short, and this two capacitor is connected to the DSP. So it's either the DSP is shorted, or one of these slots 100 NF caps that is connected to the DSP. I guess I'll give up on this for now. Maybe I will revisit this in the future if I still need a suitable power supply to do voltage injection. Maybe I will be able to check if it's either the DSP or the small MLCC cap that is causing the problem. It's a bit hard for me to remove all of them, because there's lots of them there and they are very small. I do not have currently a microscope to do it. I'm just using currently magnifying glass, this one, so it's a bit difficult to do it. Alright, thank you for watching. See you next time. Please subscribe.